Mesdames et messieurs, live from Paris, c'est showtime. 12 rounds of boxing, the rematch for the WBA Super Middleweight Championship of the World. Introducing to you first the challenger, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing green trunks with white trim, fighting out of Châtillon, France. He weighed in at 167 pounds with a record of 36 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw. He has 5 wins coming by way of knockout, ranked the number 1 WBA Super Middleweight Challenger, introducing Bruno Girard.
Dans le coin rouge, il a 26 ans, il mesure 1m82, 76 kg, 21 combats, 20 victoires dont 15 par KO. C'est le champion du monde WBA des super moyens, Byron Mitchell.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the defending champion across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing burgundy trunks and fighting out of Orlando, Florida by way of Ozark, Alabama. He weighed in the same as his opponent, 167 pounds. He is undefeated at 20 wins, no losses, 1 draw, and 16 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the current WBA Super Middleweight Champion of the world, known as the Hammer from Bama, introducing Byron Gator Mitchell.
Champ right here.
Thank you, gentlemen. I've spoken to you both in the dressing room. I want a good, tidy contest. Obey the rules and obey my instructions at all times. Shake hands. Good luck. Bon chance.
You see the difference in their bodies almost immediately. Impressive carved structure of Byron Mitchell. Bruno Girard, tall, rangy, the long legs, but he is strong. Don't be fooled. His boxing ability, conditioning, chin and heart, his major assets. Not a banger, but he does have a tendency to cut, as we pointed out earlier. And Byron Mitchell, very heavy-handed and strong. He's got a good, smart jab. We didn't see it enough against Girard, and he came out of that opening round of the first fight, did Mitchell, looking for his 12th first-round knockout. He was over-anxious to end matters early. We'll see how he starts here.
I think the first 2 to 3 rounds are going to be key for both fighters. Mitchell, if he's going to sit down, box, wait, and not load up looking for just that one shot. And also for Girard, is it going to be easier to get through this time? He's going to be able to withstand the onslaught from a boxing style as opposed to just a one-punch slugging style of last time.
Well, as he did last time, he came out being the leader. He is calling the dance right now. But last time, we were not impressed with a French fighter until all of a sudden he got hot. And when he got hot, boy, he stayed there and fought the entire fight. But at the beginning, we were almost laughing at him because he's so stiff and he looks so thin up top.
Well, Mitchell said he's convinced that even though Girard won over many fans, and some even thought he won, that Girard doesn't want to go through another night of punishment like he had in the first fight. Girard's punches may not have hurt Mitchell, but he scored points with them and outworked Mitchell and was able to steal some rounds. Bottom line, Mitchell can give a punch, Girard can take a punch, but there remains a huge disparity in punching power. Mitchell's favor. Good left jab there by the Frenchman.
That's the first thing that he landed of any importance whatsoever. And this round's almost over.
And despite what I just said prior to the nice jab, in the first fight, Girard not only hung in, he almost won. He just keeps coming on, throwing punches. He is a crowd pleaser.
See, Girard's not a big puncher coming forward. If Mitchell can keep him going backwards, that even lessens his non-power punches, but it gives Mitchell a lot of advantage, makes his punches more powerful, and there, it opens up for him to go to the body as the Frenchman's moving backward and hands up only.
There's a triple jab. I mean, no question about it. Mitchell's come out here to work. I mean, he has worked through this whole first round and won it handily up to this point.
Able to block that flurry by Girard. Oh, heavy right hand there by Mitchell. Now he goes to the body.
It drove Girard back. He took a big step back from that one.
Sizzling jab by Mitchell.
Normally fighters that are so light-handed as it appears the Frenchman is, they're usually very, very quick, but right here I think Mitchell still can outspeed him a little bit.
Well, he looks much faster than he is than Girard. Much faster.
Final seconds of the opening round, scheduled for 12 for the WBA Super Middleweight title.
And this is really round 13 because, he hit him hard. He's got a good shot on him.
Girard walking right into a straight right hand.
Boy, his knees buckled all the way down. What a shot.
And the belt came in handy there.
I feel so good.
Yes, I know you do, baby.
Stay down.
Listen. Beautiful. I want you to lose your legs a little more. Make you slip like you did on the first time, okay? Make you miss.
I have the red corner.
Feel good out there, don't
Yes,
you?
sir.
Yeah, you look good. You look real good. Cracking with a beautiful shot. I want you to answer back with that jab. You let the right hand go, keep the jab on left one.
Bruno Girard is just waiting from the outside here. He tries to make a move and walks right into a right hand. Byron Mitchell timed him perfectly. Here's another look. He starts to make the move, and already the speed difference. Right hand right on the button, and we saw what it did to Girard. He was in a little bit of trouble looking to get out of harm's way.
See?
Right.
Stay down with the jab. Something good to happen.
We out of here, baby.
Something open up.
Grab that stool, baby. Grab that stool.
You heard the words of Byron Mitchell. I feel so good.
I was picking up exactly what I was saying. It looks like round 13, like, hey, I left something there in the United States. Let me start here and show you what I really am. This is what I really am. Boy, he started out that way. He was happy.
Frenchman bleeding from the nose a little bit already.
At 2:55 of round one, it was round two, and he was battered and bloodied from a broken nose in the first fight. So Mitchell already ahead of the game against Girard here in the rematch.
And boy, is he fighting happy. He is happy to be here and happy to be pumping these shots. He looks good.
Well, we asked Girard yesterday, what does he do different from the first fight? He said, first of all, avoid being cut. Well, and then avoid Mitchell's punches. Always a good plan.
See, when you break it down on paper, Steve, Mitchell definitely the bigger banger. That's in his favor. He appears to be the better boxer and the quicker of the two. So what made Bruno stay in that first fight so much was the bad strategy employed by the champion, and also the fact that he got tired. He underestimated and undertrained for a game champion.
Yeah, he was fatigued, and he tried to end it with one punch. He was loading up. Very impatient in that first fight, but we're seeing a different Byron Mitchell thus far. Is that gorgeous jab by the champion. And then he goes downstairs. Mitchell stumbled, or Girard stumbled, said it wasn't the result of a punch. Girard very straight up. European type fighter, typical European.
This is what he did in the first fight. He really didn't get cooking until the middle of the fight. So, I mean, this is no different than he showed us in the United States.
Exactly. Although Mitchell looking a lot sharper here in the early going than he was in the early going in the first fight.
Well, he's wasting a whole lot less energy, and he's being, he's harnessing his energy, but he's also being smarter with his punches and more accurate. Well, the challenger is giving him a heck of a target because he is running pretty steady.
A lot of movement from the man in green, the Frenchman Bruno Girard, trying to avoid those stinging punches by Mitchell.
I think Bruno Girard can't keep that up for several more rounds before it really starts to wear out. That's too much movement with this kind of a fight.
See, in the first fight when Bruno was doing a lot of this movement, he was making Byron miss big punches. But now Girard is not making him miss anything, not tiring him out, and getting tired on his own.
Mitchell's not falling into the trap of quick knockdown. He's working his way. He's being patient. He's happy with what he's doing, and so is the corner.
Mitchell obviously not at all affected by the French crowd. He's looking extremely good. That jab, beautiful. Another round for the champion. Eric Rami, our translator.
He's telling him to take deep breaths.
Ah, comme t'es bien, là. T'as vu ce round-là? T'as pas vu qu'il devient fou, commence à avoir la tête qui tourne?
Yeah, you see how he's using his technique
Alors, au fur et à
against
mesure,
you.
on fera ça. Ça veut pas dire se battre, et on remisera.
So we can
Et
do
on augmente
that.
la
We can
pression comme
follow
ça.
him We can play with him a little bit. Keep your hands up.
Rien du tout.
How's your cut feel?
Souffle bien. Souffle. Souffle bien, s'il te plaît. Respire et souffle. Encore. J'ai besoin de 12 roules de jambes comme ça.
Byron Mitchell stepping in with a nice right hand to the body, and he drove Girard back with a nice right hand. There was a lot of weight behind that right hand. Stumbled back, a little bit of bounce, a little bit of just sheer power of Mitchell. Bang him in.
Well, one of your keys to victory for Byron Mitchell was back Girard up. I think he's succeeding thus far. Round 3, Mitchell started strong in their first fight too. Keep that in mind, but he's looking a lot more forceful here tonight.
And more dedicated, more of a game plan, more of a, okay, I'm going to do this, I did it, now I'm coming this round 2, here's what I'm doing. I mean, he's carrying out his game plan, no question about it. In the meantime, Girard is wearing himself out running around. Remember, this guy's in the middle, Mitchell just following him now a step at a time. The other guy is taking big steps around.
He certainly looks more purposeful, but I think the thing here with Mitchell is his execution is so much better than it was in the first fight.
Mitchell continues to dictate the tempo, coming forward, flinging the jab, setting the pace, and applying pressure. Ring generalship, all those good things that trainers love to see.
See the long, rangy, leaning tactics of the challenger. He can lean out of the reach. What Mitchell has to do is step quickly with a double, maybe even a triple jab, because as Girard leans back, that'll open up his body for a major right hand.
And Bruno has a 3-inch reach advantage, but insignificant. Good move by Girard to elude that punch.
Okay, let go. Box.
John Coyle of Birmingham, England, the third man of the ring. That's why they played the English anthem earlier. They honor the referee. Here's a good left hook to the head by Mitchell. Those punches being blocked, even though the crowd cheers. Good defense by Mitchell. But Girard exerting a lot of energy here. He's not getting anything done offensively, and defensively he's just moving around.
That was probably his best combination, Steve. An overhand right, a little bit of a rising left hook uppercut, and another right hand. One or two of them connected partially.
That's too much running for my taste. Too much running.
Final 30 seconds of round 3. Mitchell continues to look sharp. But looking sharp and smart as opposed to the first fight. Again, sticking that jab right in the nose of Girard.
Okay, we ain't gonna let him in this fight.
Give him no round. Don't let him steal no rounds.
We're gonna let him in the fight.
Don't do that. What's wrong
Some
with
grease. Give me some grease.
All right? We can't let him steal nothing. All right? Now, you took that one off. Let's don't take this next one off.
Spit it out.
Start putting your combinations together with him now. You want to start cutting them out. Work your jab. Stay down with the jab. Stay down with the jab.
Wake up out here.
Stay down with the
Yes, sir.
jab.
Pull underneath. You pull underneath, baby. You hear me?
Yeah.
Pull underneath and get the angles. You know how to pivot. Don't be just following him around. All right? You cut him off when you want to and let him go. Don't hold him.
Stay down. Stay down with the jab. We need
Byron Mitchell's wife, Chastity, cheering from the crowd. A lot of concern on her face, understandably so, as we enter round 4. Girard's mother way up in the stands. Once again, she probably can't look.
I think Mitchell's corner did a very intelligent thing, telling him that last round, you took that round off, you might even given him a round. Bruno landed a few shots, and actually, as much as he was the aggressor, Mitchell didn't really do anything.
Yeah, they don't want to see a repeat of that first fight when Girard was able to steal some rounds by outworking Mitchell.
You need to step, does the champion. Step 2, 3 like that. Close that gap with the stepping and fire the right hand to the body. Come back up top.
Yep, but it won't be long before he times that, Bruno Girard. Times that coming in because he is getting into a pattern now. Mitchell
with a combination to the head, swarming, and Girard able to extricate himself from that. There's a straight left. Oh, what a beautiful left.
That's what he needs more of. Well, he sure put a bump in the nose in a hurry.
The jab by Mitchell, very effective, connecting.
Girard has a fairly prominent nose for a fighter. That won't stay like that for his entire career. That I can guarantee.
Nose that was broken early on in the first fight by Mitchell's punches. And caused a lot of blood.
Nice right hand by Girard, right on the chin of Mitchell.
Girard came back in subtle fashion in the first fight in the second half. Let's see if he can muster it again. Certainly makes for plenty of drama. That was a grazing shot by Mitchell.
That was glancing, but it had bad intentions written all over it.
There's one also had bad intentions that lands a straight right by Girard.
That's the first really good shot he had. Didn't have much on it though, but it was really good.
And not known as a heavy banger. Of his 36 wins, only 5 by knockout, Girard. Girard has been down only once in his career in 39 fights back in 1994. Mitchell 20-0-1 with 16 knockouts. Former National Golden Gloves champion. He is 2 years away from a degree in sports medicine and nutrition at Northern Michigan University. But that is on hold to pursue the boxing career. The end of round 4. Again, our translator, Eric Remy.
Steve, they've been telling him to attack and then keep moving around the ring. Keep moving around. And then keep your hands up. Take some deep breaths.
On n'a pas gagné le combat. Faut pas énerver. Tu as vu quand tu es les mains en haut, il peut rien te faire. Il y a deux choses. Ou tu cours, mais quand tu es prêt, il peut rien te faire aussi, tu l'as remarqué. Il peut te taper que dans les gants et ça fait pas mal parce que...
The good sequence by Mitchell, backing Girard up, using that jab, firing the right hand over the top, underneath, really trying to mix it up and get in combination, not just one punch at a time. Toward the end of the round, Girard trying to get a little work of his own done. Nice long right hand right on the chin, not real hard, but right there.
Thank you, gentlemen. Let's go.
Girard listening to the words of trainer Marceau Lamel, a former policeman here in France. Round 5. Girard's face all red and swollen already.
He's been absorbing a good jab. That's not light that he's getting on there. And he's very white. So you see that blood comes right up and it makes his face look streaked and red. I mean, he's been getting punched for that. That didn't occur naturally.
Both boxers scoring clean shots in the last round. We'll see if they open up more here as we enter round 5.
What we're waiting for him to do is to come down off his toes and start getting into meaningful exchanges. Whether he can do it or not, I don't know. But
I don't think he can, Freddie. I really don't think he can because of the way Mitchell is executing this time.
Again, Mitchell eluding.
Oh, boy.
And then digging in with a left hook to the head of Girard.
That was a nicely timed lead left hook by Mitchell, but he didn't follow it up.
Right, step back, please hold.
Byron Mitchell upset Frankie Lyles for the title. And he did that in come-from-behind fashion. Very effective jab by the champion. Now working out of a crouch.
I think Mitchell still needs to throw a few more combinations. Double, triple jab his way in, right hand to the body. Just come up around the sides of those gloves. Make the challenger worry about a little bit more offense. Just like that.
And the problem with the first fight, Mitchell was Girard. And then a left hook to the head of Girard, of Mitchell. Best sequence of the night for the Frenchman. And that's got the crowd pumped up.
That was his best round so far.
Missed with that left-right combination.
Well, it's about time he showed us something that he showed in Mississippi. Heart and courage and coming back. So far we've only seen a track meet. Now we're seeing a fight.
The problem with Mitchell is he continues to fight in spurts, as he did in the first fight, losing focus from time to time.
He hurt the Frenchman with something, I just don't know what.
Stop boxing! Go there!
Referee John Coyle calls time. A mouthpiece came out of Girard's mouth. Big round here for the comeback kid, the bloodied Bruno Girard. His best round of the night, round 5. So game and gritty and determined. Good right hand by Girard. Right on the head of Mitchell.
But no real effects. When you don't punch heavy, it can't be one at a time. It has to be punches in bunches.
Mitchell said he was never hurt by a Girard punch in the first fight.
Listen. You got to get under that, okay? We ain't trading nothing.
Go get me some water, baby.
You hear me? We ain't trading nothing. You got to get under that. Get your left hand up when you're firing, baby. You understand me? Here, come here. Clean your spot out. You understand me?
Okay. Go in close and then move. Move around so you can tire him. Keep your hands up. Take another drink. Take deep breaths. Make sure to keep moving around so you can tire him out. Drink a lot.
The man wearing the green on the left of your screen, Louis Saccaris, one of the most prominent manager trainers in France. Over the years with Laurent Badouani, Khalid Rahilou, Jean Mendy. Not always the most skilled fighters, but tough.
Not only that, but Louis Saccaris is very good at putting together strategies that win, like he did with Rahilou over Frankie Randall years ago. He told us you watch what's going to happen, and the fight unfolded just as he said.
And almost Girard over Mitchell in the first fight. Round 6. Ooh, left-right combination right to the head by Mitchell.
Crisp, right.
Beautiful defensive work by Mitchell there. Girard threw 3 or 4 clean shots. He didn't hit anything with it.
Girard hitting after the break. Left hook to the head.
Oh la la.
Clearly that was not intentional.
No.
Mitchell isn't happy about it nonetheless.
Straight right hand during that wild exchange that landed by Girard.
And if you look under Mitchell's left eye, he has a swelling from that right hand landing there. So
Okay, come on, boys.
Oh, that was crisp and nice on both parts. Both guys landing good shots. And Berger is off his horse. He is come to fight.
Midway through the 6th round. And once again, we see a very gutty, courageous Bruno Girard hanging tough against the much stronger champion, Byron Mitchell.
I just realized I read his trunks a moment ago instead of saying Girard, but that he's got on his trunks, he's got Bruno Girard. What does that mean? He caught me.
Double left hook to the head by Girard. Now you wonder if the stamina, the conditioning starts taking its toll on Byron Mitchell. It was about this time where we noticed the problem of fatigue in the first fight.
Byron's not loading up quite the same.
Heavy right hand, a straight right that landed by Girard.
And a counter right back by Mitchell. He still has the bigger bang of the two, but Girard is getting through way too often, I'm sure, for the likes of the corner of Byron Mitchell.
Does this look familiar?
This is exactly what happened in the United States. Exactly what happened. He gets better and better and better.
Let go, come out, let go.
He's like a fine French wine.
Yes.
Better with age. Nearly a low blow there by Mitchell.
His trucks are very high.
Stop boxing.
Round 6 in the books. Getting interesting.
Voilà un round où tu rends fou. Tu vois quand tu veux. Hey,
he's saying stay closer, stay with him. Mr. Akari has told him during the round that Mitchell is fighting in a crazy manner.
Et on recule, on donne, on recule.
You're the boss.
Mais avec la conviction,
You've
c'est le
got
moment.
conviction.
On arrive au 7.
Go get him.
7,
We're in the
8, 9,
7th already.
Chaque round un peu plus. Et
This
ça veut
is
pas
your
dire
fight.
se battre. Ça veut dire d'être présent.
This means you need to be present. You need to be there.
Séquence.
I want you to keep that left hand up. You let him, don't let him down. Close the door. Come on, man. This is certain stuff. All right? Yes, sir. We know what's going on. Let's go. Here, get these dudes.
Don't forget it.
Jab, 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 jab. All the time. Moving all the time.
The words of St. Cara Frazier, Johnny Trawick in that Byron Mitchell corner, and it sounded like Newt Rockney in the corner of Bruno Girard. That was Louis Zacharias.
Well, let me tell you, this thing, and we're at round 6. I think it's legal for Bobby and I to take a shot at this. I got it 58-56. Byron Mitchell.
58-56 for the champion as well.
But, Bobby, I want to remind you of an old boxing maxim. When you're out of town, you're out of town. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, I know about the judges and the scoring system.
When you're out of town, you're out of town. Freddie Brown used to say that all the time. And he should know.
And the other boxing axiom to rematches live up to the original fight. Well, this one is.
We're seeing the same one. We're seeing the same fight happen again.
Maybe even better.
Yeah, I actually think this one's a little bit of a better fight.
Well, I think that Bruno started earlier than he did the last time, but he's certainly here. He's here. He's landed.
Round 7, a minute in.
And I think in that fight in Mississippi, Mitchell got just discouraged that he couldn't do what he thought he was going to do. I don't think that should happen to him here. He knows what's in front of him.
I think he wasn't just discouraged. He got a little bit prematurely tired for lack of preparation, figuring he could blow Girard out, and it didn't happen, and he was in a bad place.
And Girard once again fighting an intelligent fight, getting in and out as quickly as possible. Landing combinations and then flying away.
Those are punches with nothing on it. You know, when Bruno Girard throws punches at all.
Mitchell was off balance, and Girard able to land.
But imagine if he'd landed with zipping power. He wasn't. It looked like 2 loaves of bread out there, wholesome bread.
Power, not Girard's forte. As mentioned.
Oh, that was good.
6 wins, 5 knockouts, but he got in with a right cross there.
And followed up with another right. This guy's fighting.
Mitchell is starting to look for 1-2 big punches at a time again.
There's another right hand. That's 3 right hands this round and landed just where he wanted them. Bruno is sharp shooting with that right hand. There it is again.
Well, I'll give you a little French deja vu.
Yeah.
But that's where I draw the line. Oh, look out. Girard actually jumping into the hip of Mitchell.
And the crowd has woken up. Oh, look at that.
Peppering the face of Mitchell.
See what he's doing again is Mitchell comes in with his hands up, he's outworking. Mitchell's got his hands up, but he's not letting them fly. And even after he blocks, he's not countering.
And he's got the crowd behind him.
Yeah, Bruno is peppering them with, I mean, it doesn't make a difference if they're not real hard, but they're accurate, they're landing. He's
Again.
outworking them, outlicking.
And there's a left-right combination. The right struck Mitchell right in the nose. He's out hustling, outworking the champion, and scoring points.
That's 3 rounds in a row.
Time to start turning the heat up out there. Understand? Get the heat up now. We said we was going to turn it up. Get him in there. Ice on him.
Mitchell comes in a little off balance. You see him sort of twist his ankle right there. And Girard just kind of smacks him. But it could have been a disaster for the champion. Challenger getting a little more aggressive now, firing that right hand, throwing combinations, and coming right back because he's not fearing any punches back because Mitchell's not throwing them. Girard with a little bit of tap-tap. Nothing hard, but keeping the punches in Byron Mitchell's face.
And scoring the points, Bobby, and scoring the points.
But can you imagine if Girard had power? Well, as in their first bout, Girard looking the worse for wear, but I'll tell you, if this goes to the judges' cards, could be another close one to call. Round 8.
Especially if you're embarrassed. Although, let's point out that all 3 judges are from South America, so let's not weigh that. That is not a factor, I hope.
The crowd chanting rhythmically for Girard. 2,000 fans busing in from his hometown of Châtillon, including his #1 fan, his mom, Morissette.
Well, Mitchell better throw some gears in that body, like you said. Go forward punching because you can't wait for this.
A slapping left hook that got in by Girard continues to score.
Part of the problem is the mindset sometimes of guys that punch well is they keep looking for the big clean one, the one big clean one, or even the 2 or 3 big clean ones. Right here, he's got to work for it. Drive to the body, make Girard bring his hands down, come up top. He's got to make the openings. He can't just wait for them. He has to make them.
What he was doing in the first 3 rounds, he abandoned, which was to punch 3 or 4 in bunches, go down to the body and back up to the head. Look at him, one at a time. One jab at a time. Where's the right hand?
He said he was...
There it is.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
But he's in too close and he can't get any power behind it.
Boy, but that shook him. That did shake Bruno Girard.
He caught him with it clean, but it was too much of an exchange where Bruno got some back.
Mitchell said he was deceived by the tapes he saw of Girard going to the first fight and that he took Girard too lightly. I wonder what his explanation would be here if things don't go his way. You heard the sense of urgency in Mitchell. Oh.
See, Mitchell's still waiting on timing. He's waiting on that one big shot.
That was a good shot, Bobby.
We just saw it. But that's the one he's waiting on, and he's waiting too often.
That's a mistake.
Too much.
Well, let me tell you, there's something in this guy's jaw because he sure got the shot to execute it, and he took it. And he came back with a shot of his own. So this is another even round going here.
Heart and chin, the man in green. As mentioned, if he had a punch, Girard would really be something.
Well, you know, that's with the predisposition that if he has the punch, he keeps all the other things too.
Yeah.
He still has the endurance, that he still has the toughness, that he still has the speed. Sometimes if you get one, you can't have all the others.
That's what they always used to say about these 2 fighters. One can box and one. Well, if he could punch, he wouldn't be that much of a boxer. You know what I'm saying? He didn't need to. Boy, old Mitchell has got himself dug in a trench here. Can't figure out how to get out. Score, they were both going at it pretty good. Well.
Oh, he's been saying you're the champion. Now you're getting stronger, but keep your hands up. Box. Don't beat yourself.
On a dit qu'on faisait un marathon.
He's checking the cut.
Il reste pas
Now
longtemps du marathon. Il faut que dans les 5 derniers kilomètres, tu fasses la
we're running a marathon, but a marathon's not that long.
Pousse-le, pousse-le.
Push him away a little. Push him and move.
Mais te bats pas, tu te jettes avec ta droite pour être contré. Mais d'accord, je t'en premier.
Keep watching your right.
Gauche-droite comme tu faisais au
Jab
milieu
him
du
and
combat, elles étaient
then
magnifiques.
throw your right.
Hey, il faut passer la mesure au-dessus maintenant.
Oui. Yes, sir. Let's wind it up big now. Come on,
Mitchell
baby.
told us before the
now.
fight.
Let's go.
Mitchell told us before the fight that he learned a lot from that first bout about not waiting for the one big punch, but he hasn't changed his strategy. at all here for the rematch.
I think that has a little bit to do with Bruno Girard. He learned a lot off that tape too. So these guys reset and they come back at each other and they're still even. I mean, boy, what a fight.
Bruno Girard's also a frustrating type of fighter, one that hits and moves, hits and runs, hits and moves. I understand the frustration because there's times as an opponent you just want to get that 1 pound, the big pound of flesh in, and sometimes it takes you out of your game. There, the champion can't wait. He's got to fire back. Every time the challenger comes in, Mitchell has to come back with something like that.
It's got to be what they say all the time. You first. You first. Don't let him be first.
In case you're wondering, Mitchell has never won a 12-round decision. In fact, Mitchell has gone beyond 8 rounds only twice. We're now in the 9th. His 11th round knockout of Frankie Lyles in the draw with Bruno Girard. His last 2 fights.
Come on, both hands. See, he's got to go to the body when he gets in close. He's not going.
Right hand landing to the head by Girard.
And Girard just had some speed on those punches. Oh, brother. Because he's landing right hands. I mean, he is landing right hands. There's another one. See, he's doing it.
Follows it up with a left hook, but too soft. But he's building up points.
Yeah.
Byron Mitchell is being outworked. It's that pure and simple.
It's again the same. You got it just right, Bobby. He's being outworked. That's the long and the short of it.
Outworked and maybe just a little bit outsmarted.
Maybe a lot.
See, Mitch ought to do that for a whole round. Just come on.
But he continues to fight in spurts. Whipping right hand to the head by Mitchell. Right uppercut by Mitchell. Those punches are getting through.
Girard has something to do with it. When he comes back behind, see, when he steps back, you ought to go right for it. Go right into it.
Girard aiming for the body. Here comes Mitchell back. Look at these exchanges. Toe to toe. Center of the ring.
What's the matter? Where's the uppercut? Jesus.
Girard continues to land. The left hook got to the chin of Mitchell.
You know, sometimes when you face a puncher that is not really, when you face that's not a big puncher, and you tend to not pay attention to his punches, even they're hitting because they don't hurt, but they add up and they build up in the points department.
And the point.
Final 10 seconds, round 9.
Well, Mitchell's had a better round this time. At least he's fighting harder this time. He let 3 rounds just sail by him.
But he looks a little on the weary side. This is a good right hand to the head by Girard to end the round.
Look, baby. Good. But when, listen, on the inside, I want you to work. You know how to work, right? Huh? You know how to work, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, give me that deep breath. I want you to find that energy, baby. You got it. You hear me? We got it. We've been working too hard. It's time to pull it together now. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Pull it together now. All right, I want them hands cracking on the inside.
You hear me?
He's been in,
you have to kick his butt.
Okay?
You have to kick his butt. Bring something.
You know where we are.
I want you to put something on him.
Okay?
You know what I'm saying?
Huh?
I'm gonna put something on him.
You're stronger now. Stay in close. You're a lot stronger now when you keep in close to him. You know very well that you can do it. This is your fight. Okay, go get him. You can do it. This is all yours. Go get him.
Louis Zachary's cheering him on. Here we go into round 10. Only 3 168-pound champions won the title with less experience than Mitchell, who captured the title in his 20th bout. Is he showing some of that inexperience, not being able to beat the light-hitting Girard? Just a hypothetical question we throw out there. Round 10.
Gentlemen, look now and see who the aggressor is. Who's coming forward now?
I was just about to say, look how this has changed. Look who's going back, look who's going forward. It's just changed this round.
Rights and lefts are getting through for Girard. Little crisp left to the chin by Girard. A whacking right hand cross by Mitchell.
Mitchell's loading up again. He's trying to do it with one big right hand. Head or body, he doesn't really care, but he knows, well, at least he feels in his mind, one of these gets through, he's going to turn this fight around, but it's not working.
And he looks so frustrated right now because he is obviously out of his game plan. continues, and Girard is scoring.
These are the championship causeway here. These 3 rounds. These 3 rounds will mean somebody stays champion or gives it up
for the WBA super middleweight title.
Alors, reste sur place, ne bouge pas à côté.
Bobby, has this guy thrown an uppercut yet? There's been a few uppercuts, but nothing great. Why won't he throw them? The guy's right there for an uppercut.
Their hands are pressed up against one another. There's another uppercut, but they're not being effective.
But they're not too close. I mean, you know, he doesn't duck his shoulder and come up with it. Oh, look at that.
That's what he needs to do.
That's what by Mitchell.
That's what he needs to do.
See what I was talking about before? He threw a combination to the body, then brought it up top. He made his opening. He didn't wait for it. He made it.
Oh, those are all big point builders.
Now they finally break clear after a long time inside.
He needs another one of those shoe shines right about here. Just put this round away.
Oh, good left hook to the head by Girard.
Because he either got tired or lazy, but he should be right back. He's got this round in his hands and he'll fight some.
Girard's starting to take the play away from the champion.
Just when he was going good, this guy lands 4 punches. You know, you got to come back. You got to come back and look good. I'm seeing fatigue, guys. I'm seeing fatigue on Mitchell.
Just like the first fight.
I'm seeing fatigue on Mitchell. That's what I'm seeing.
Well, as round 10 comes to a conclusion, let's do a little more surgery on this fight.
Okay, you got to take it, baby. Own him. Let them combinations go. Stay busy with them combinations.
Water.
Jab. Everything behind the jab.
You want this, baby?
Stay busy.
No, ain't nothing wrong with you.
Stay busy now.
You want this, baby?
Huh? You got to put hurt on him.
You want this, right?
You know so. All right. On him.
Let's work.
Back him up behind the jab and drop them combinations.
As we go inside the ropes with Bobby Chez.
Mitchell works and makes openings. Comes in behind the jab there. A nice right hand. But early in the fight, he's dominating because he's strong and he's working in behind the jab and throwing combinations there, making an opening and taking it up top. And then back comes Girard, outworking Mitchell. Mitchell gets a little lazy. Girard puts the hands in his face, consistently punching and taking the play away. Mitchell may be tiring. Girard taking the play later in the fight.
The championship rounds, round 11.
And this could easily be tied up right here, or one shaded one round for one guy, one for the other, but it's a very close fight.
5-4 and 1 even for the challenger, Girard.
Well, I've got it 96-95. I don't keep rounds that way, but I got Mitchell winning, but by a slim hair thread.
One judge from Caracas, Venezuela, another from Montevideo, Uruguay, the other from Panama City, Panama.
Well, that's good. 3 judges that have nothing to do with either fight. That's great.
Nice right hand to the body by Mitchell. And he took the left hand up top, but then he stopped. He needs to do that 2 or 3 more punches.
Boy, the way this fight started out, you would have thought that Mitchell was going to have his way, but just like in the first fight, it turns towards the Frenchman.
Well, what Mitchell needs is a resounding round or a knockdown. That's what he needs.
Once again, we see Girard pressing the issue now, too.
No knockdowns in the fight.
The tide, the momentum, and the advantage is all switched to the challenger.
Again, Girard peppering away at the head of Mitchell. He's scoring points. Continues to out-hustle the champion. Fighting very inconsistently. Tucked away a move by Mitchell. But getting him nowhere.
Right now, I think Mitchell's trying to do his move and lure the challenger in for one of those big uppercuts or big overhand rights. Trying to set him up for a one-punch shot again, and right now it's not working.
Girard like a pesky gnat. Left hook to the head by Girard. He's winning this round.
There's the big right hand again, missing by the champion Mitchell.
And Girard in excellent condition.
Oh, no, right hand.
Right hand by Girard, right off the top of Mitchell's head.
This one won't let go.
And this French crowd ready to erupt in about 10 more seconds.
Good round for Girard.
No question.
That makes it even, and that makes the last round the round.
You need to knock out, let this shot go, baby. You gotta knock it out. Let your hands go.
You hear me?
Let your hands go, Byron. You gotta knock them out.
Listen to me.
Let the shots go. You need something. You need a weather bucket. Water. You need water.
Listen to me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
Byron, there you go. You gotta let them go. Let your hands go.
You hear me?
Let the shots go. Let them go.
Let them go with fire.
You have to knock them out. They're gonna try to take that.
Vince Lombardi said it best, fatigue makes cowards of us all. Here, Mitchell looks like he's really rocked well. And I believe it's a combination of good time shot by Girard and fatigue. And there's another right hand. And more combinations on the inside. He is taking the play, just outgutting him, and in better condition.
Last round.
Now this round can determine the fight. We could be on the verge of seeing two French champions tonight, Tiozo and Girard. And how often have there been back-to-back title draws? Don't rule that out. Round 12.
I don't rule out anything in boxing, but I have a 106, 104 for the challenger. Byron Mitchell needs a knockdown or a blowout round to keep it as a draw, or a knockout to keep his title at all.
Well, I've got it a draw. 105, 105, right on the line. So that's how close this is.
You heard the Mitchell corner. They told him he needs a knockout.
They believe he's behind, as do I. He's let Girard take too much of the play away from in too many of the second half of the fight rounds.
He gave away precious rounds at the beginning, but from the middle on, he's been coming.
Does Mitchell have enough energy to knock him out? He looks tired.
Is it me, or do you think it's Tim Hardaway from the Heat? He looks like Tim getting all those shots.
Well, he's looking for a three-point basket right here.
Yeah. He's Hardaway 2 to 3 right now.
No knockdowns thus far in this fight. Mitchell needs one here, according to his.
Girard still scoring the points, though. Mitchell not reacting well, not landing back.
Okay, let go, boys. Let go. No shot.
See, when Girard throws two shots like that, even if they're mostly blocked, they're still adding to his momentum, adding to his confidence, and adding to the points. Mitchell has to respond.
Well, he's going to be first. He can't wait for the other guy. He hasn't got the luxury to wait.
Girard walked into a stiff left there, but he maintained his balance.
He almost picked him up off the ground.
Right. Let go. Let go, both.
1 minute to go. Final round for the WBA Super Middleweight Championship.
And once again, this Frenchman has proved to be a tough nut. Tough kid. And with endurance beyond belief. He's still here, and he's the fresher of the two.
He's throwing more punches, out hustling the champion.
Well, unless something incredibly dramatic happens, I think he's won himself the championship.
Girard thought he won the first fight. He felt equally confident he'd win here. And Byron Mitchell thought it was the best thing that happened to him because he would change him, show just how dominant he can be. One worked and the other did not.
And here we go to the final 20 seconds of the final round. Can Byron Mitchell pull it out with a knockout? Doesn't look like that's going to be the scenario here as Girard plays keep away.
All he has to do is run around in a circle. He's got the championship, in my opinion.
Final seconds of the fight. The crescendo build.
Look at the crowd. Look at this. The crowd is standing, screaming.
The decision is a heroic effort by the Frenchman Bruno Girard. Very emotional crowd here, nationalistic. A stirring fight, and the fans here, of course, at Palais Omnisport feel that they will see the crowning of a new champion in just a few moments. Well, there have been 5 draws previously in the super middleweight division in title bouts. Could we possibly have back-to-back title draws? So we wait now as Jesus Cora of Caracas, Venezuela, Jose Laredo, Montevideo, Uruguay, and Gustavo Padilla of Panama City, Panama have it resting in their hands. They're the judges. How did you have it, Bobby?
My final score for the fight was 116-113. I gave it to the Frenchman. You could tell by the look in the corner on Byron Mitchell's face and the lack of enthusiasm by his corner that I think they believe they also let this one slip away.
And a very pensive look on the face of Bruno Girard. Managed to crack a little smile there. He's got to feel good about the way things went here tonight. No matter what happens, he won over a lot of fans, even if it's not a W. Taking time as they total things up. Mitchell has his hands up in triumph, but nothing official as of yet. Crowd gives Mitchell a hand, but you'll really hear it for Girard. Very anxious moment here in Palais Omnisport. In the Parisian suburb of Bercy. A lot of serious looks on the faces of many of these Frenchmen who came out to cheer on their hero, Bruno Girard. They did a great job with the cut early on Bruno. It really didn't hamper him since those early rounds. Here's Chastity, the wife of Byron Mitchell, with a look of concern on her face. And now we await the decision. What's it gonna be? Very tense here.
They were waiting for the belt.
Telling you. Well, the belt is ready. Let's see if the scores are. If Girard wins this fight, you will hear an explosion from these fans. And if Mitchell wins the fight, you may hear an explosion too.
Even worse.
Oh, man. We might have to go under the table. We're set. Here we go.
La décision des juges. Décision unanime.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we have a unanimous decision.
Pour Monsieur Jesus Cova, 113-116.
Judge Jesus Cova scores the bout 116 to 113.
Pour Monsieur José Laurino, 114-117.
And Jose Laurino scores the bout 117 to 114.
Pour Monsieur Gustavo Padilla, 113-116.
And Judge Gustavo Padilla scores the bout 116 to 113.
Et donc, déclaré vainqueur de ce combat est le nouveau champion du monde WBA des super moyens, Bruno Girard.
And ladies and gentlemen, all three in favor of the new WBA super middleweight champion of the world, Bruno Girard.
You heard it as the fans celebrate. Exultation here in Paris. We've got a new WBA super middleweight champion, and his name is Bruno Girard from Châtillon, France. Judge Cora had a 116 to 113. Laredo 117, 114. Padilla 116, 113. A unanimous decision for Girard. And Bobby, you were right in it with the judges.
116-113 is how I had it. It was a good decision, a good call. It wasn't a blowout. It wouldn't have been a blowout either way, but Oh, well done.
So Frenchman Bruno Girard makes his hometown fans deliriously happy, proves that his first fight with Mitchell was no aberration. He's the new champion. Takes the title away from Mitchell in the rematch. A short-lived reign for Mitchell as the Girard fans continue to celebrate. Mitchell won the belt in June of '99 over Frankie Lyles and had that one title defense to draw with Girard. Mitchell's first defeat drops to 21-1. Girard ups his record to 37-2-1. And he becomes the second current world champion from France, with cruiserweight champ Fabrice Tiozzo retaining his title earlier tonight. Byron Mitchell, now the former champ, making his way over to the fight doctor, Ferdy Pacheco. And we are ready with Ferdy.
Very tough night, almost a repetition of what happened in Mississippi. Very slow start by him, but a very good start by you. You were way ahead, then this guy starts to catch up. What is it with this guy? Has he got a mojo on you or something?
I don't know. He's a outstanding #1 contender now, champion. I'm sure he's going to be around for a good while. He has guts. He has heart. He has a rock-hard chin. What can I say about the guy?
He didn't look, I mean, like the punches hurt. It looked like there's a lot of them, but they don't look like the stinging punches. Were you hurt any by him?
Yeah, he stunned me a couple times. He caught me with good straight right hand one time and left hook another time.
Did you feel you were tiring toward the end of that fight? Because he seemed to get breath, and you seemed to start to slow down.
No, I was just trying to stay relaxed instead of getting tense and throwing wild shots. You know, staying collective and staying behind the jab.
Well, it's not right. It's not right to talk to you without talking to Chastity. So I'm going to ask Chastity a question. Chastity, I know where your heart lies, but would you like to see a rematch? And you are important here.
We will be back in Jesus' name. We will be back. That belongs to us. We will be back in Jesus' name.
Well, that's pretty sure. Do you want it?
Oh, you know I do. You know, it's what can I say? You know, I can't take anything away from the guy. I don't have any excuses. The guy fought a great fight, you know.
I thought both of you fought well. I thought he edged you a little bit. Bobby also had him ahead. We both had the other guy ahead, but in Mississippi we had you ahead. So that's the way those things go. So from a disappointed Mr. and Mrs. team to back to a not Mr. and Mrs. team, Bobby and Steve Albert.
All right, thank you very much, Ferdy. A disappointed but very gracious loser in Byron Mitchell. Don't go away, because after the new champion, Bruno Girard, has his conversation with Canal Plus, he will make his way over to our man, the fight doctor, Ferdy Pacheco. 29-year-old Bruno Girard from Châtillon, France, dislodging American Byron Mitchell as the new WBA super middleweight champion. And as of now, all four major 168-pound champions are from Europe. Once again, to review the scores, here's how they were tallied up. Jesus Cora from Caracas, 116-113 Girard. Jose Larino from Uruguay, Montevideo, 117-114 for the Frenchman. And Gustavo Padilla from Panama City had it 116-113 for the new champion, Bruno Girard. Let's go inside the ropes right now. We'll check out some interesting sequences by Bruno Girard throughout the fight with Bobby.
Well, Steve, something we saw in the first fight, he just started to outwork Mitchell once again and just throw more punches. Not harder. They were staying on target, and their accuracy throughout the fight. He is consistently outworking Mitchell. He's throwing more shots, landing more shots, and he started first, and he would finish up many of those combinations as well. One of his keys to victory, he did.
So, do we go back to Tunica, or do we stay here in France for the third fight between these two guys?
I kind of like the food over here.
Taking nothing away from Tunica, but would you like to see a third fight between these two?
I'm not sure I would, as the French media is looking over at the fighters in the crowd, I'm not sure that this is the greatest fight. It's a long, hard fight, and sometimes it can't be appreciated by people who aren't real familiar with the game. It's a tough, grueling fight. This is the type of fight to shorten your career. It's for both fighters.
Yeah, I'm not so sure Mitchell would want to get in there again. You heard him say even these punches by Girard, who's not known as a big puncher, was stinging him and hurting him as
His wife was sure.
Yeah,
she wanted to get back in there.
She's not taking a punishment, though, is she? But I'll tell you, we do have a new hero here. He was a pretty good hero, even though he didn't win the first fight, but forget about it. Now he's over the top here in France. Bruno Girard is, you can see the fans in the media mobbing him. Nose doesn't look great. He looks like he lost the fight, but he's the new champion.
Well, sometimes there are punches that are very punishing to the body and bruise you up, cut you up, make you look bad, but you can still come out and pull it out, and he did.
And the fans here continue to savor this fresh victory by Bruno Girard over Byron Mitchell. And you got to wonder, Bobby, where does Byron Mitchell go from here? He was very gracious in defeat with the fight doctor, Ferdy Pacheco.
I think he has to go back to the drawing board.
He really
There are some
does.
things he wasn't able to master. Some of the same things he did wrong then, he did wrong again. The lack of experience we talked about is possibly one of those things. So it's something where he really has to go back to the drawing board and look at what he's doing wrong and correct it. He has to correct it.
Well, he told us his excuses for the first fight, which turned out to be a draw. He said he was deceived by the tapes. He took Girard too lightly because nobody really even heard of the guy before that first fight. And he figured he could win it with one punch or two punches and load up. But he got outworked, out-hustled, out-boxed, and it seemed like the same thing occurred in the rematch. He didn't seem to learn very
here
much.
he started different. He started different, and he got taken out of his game. He started with a different game plan. He didn't start with the one-punch strategy. He started working well in behind the jab, double and triple jab, stepping to him and doing the right things. However,
what happened?
He got frustrated and got taken out of his game plan. And what happens when most fighters get frustrated is they revert back to what they know best, and that was his one-punch slug out, like he did with Lyles.
Of reverting back, you'll recall prior to his fight with Frankie Luntz, when he won the title, we were questioning him because of his ring record. His level of opposition really wasn't that impressive, and maybe all of that stuff is coming back to haunt him right now, and that was an aberration, the victory over Lyles.
I don't know that the victory over Lyles was an aberration. On any given day, two men in the ring, you can draw up the strategy for either one of them to win, and then there's the execution, the carrying it out and having all the tools that day. Byron Mitchell on the day he fought Frankie Lyles was the better fighter, stopped Frankie Lyles, so that's all there is to that. And today, he was not the better fighter.
And we also have to point out fairly that Lyles was 5 years a champion, and it almost seemed like he was ready to be dislodged from the crown. Dr. Ferdy Pacheco with the new champ.
Congratulations, wonderful fight, but did you see yourself starting very slow and then you got it hard?
Est-ce que vous avez vu que vous commencez très doucement et après vous avez plus de force plus tard?
Ouais, bah disons que c'était une tactique prévue parce que je savais qu'il avait le punch et au bout de 3 rounds, je me suis aperçu qu'il baissait en vitesse et j'ai travaillé ma vitesse parce qu'au premier match, j'avais pas été bon avec mon direct du gauche.
He studied the tapes and this was a planned tactic. He wanted to start out slowly because he knew that he had a punch and he would come on strong later.
Did he ever get hurt with any punch?
Est-ce que ça vous a fait mal un petit peu pour n'importe quoi?
Sincèrement, il n'y a pas un coup qui m'a... Bon, j'ai pris des coups, c'est normal, mais il n'y a pas un coup qui m'a vraiment... J'ai pris un bon direct du gauche qui m'a coupé le nez, mais j'ai bien récupéré.
He said he did take a lot of punches, but there wasn't any one particular punch that hurt him a lot.
Je suis très dur.
Did you feel at the end, the last 5 rounds, that you were strong and he was getting weaker?
Est-ce que vous pensez que les dernières 5, il devenait plus faible et vous reprenez de la force?
Ouais, il avait baissé le pied et moi j'ai travaillé tout en vitesse avec des bonnes séries et mes droites, j'ai touché des bonnes droites.
He said he has some very good rights and he was putting together some good combinations toward the end.
All right, congratulations. Would you fight him the third time?
Est-ce que vous aimeriez faire ça 3 fois?
He gave him a rematch?
Mitchell, Girard Mitchell.
He said sure, absolutely.
Well, it's been 2 good fights. Let's see what the third one will be. All right, we'll be back. I don't think he will like that too much. We'll be back with Bobby Chez and Steve Albert.
All right, thank you very much.
Just spit it right in there. Don't worry about it. Drop your hands. Be sharp. Change your angle. Give him that. Hey, come on. And snap your punch.
So you saw the